Was it seduction or illusion? Deception or murder? Nothing is what it seems in a town like Twin Peaks. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, Michael Akeem, Lara Flynn Boyle, Cheryl Lynn Fenn, and Joan Chen. And now you can fall back into the mystery, or begin your search for the first time every Tuesday night with a new episode hosted by a panel of superfans. Watch live for the audio commentary. No one is innocent in a town like Twin Peaks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land, and welcome to Live from Sparkwood in 21. This series chronicles the cult favorite from 1990, Twin Peaks, created by David Lynch and Mark Frost. Joining me on this journey are super fans, Troy Pacelli.
Hello.
Netters Network.
Good evening.
And Aged Boomer.
Cherry pie is the state dessert of Iowa, not Washington.
Yeah, this is why we're late, folks. We just spent 20 minutes finding out the state dessert from all over
I had more!
the country.
Hey,
Hey,
you know what?
It
Washington
takes the
got
guy from Florida that grew up in New Jersey to let this Chicago boy know that the Illinois state dessert is brownies. And I was like, I never would have guessed that.
Brownies is a good dessert, though, and they were first shown at the World's Fair, which was in Chicago, Illinois, right? So there we go. That's why.
There we go. I did not know that history, so thank you
Yes.
for sharing that with me.
Yes. See, America has a rich history of great desserts. I know, granted, the best dessert I ever had was in a French restaurant, I'll admit that, but America has some great desserts, yes.
Yup. But I like cherry pie.
Yes.
And she's sitting right across from me. She's my cherry pie.
I was like going, huh? And she
Now
starts
imagining
singing.
Heather Graham in that Warren video.
Right? I can see that. I can see that.
Or the Lenny Kravitz video.
Yeah, there you go.
American Woman. Oh, hell yeah, she was in it.
That's right, because that was from the Austin Powers 2 soundtrack. Yes. I remember when she gave Austin the line about Fat Bastard. I was like, I shagged him rotten, baby. And it's like, no, that didn't have the same. He kind of got this horrible look on his face when he heard her say that. No, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, I got us off track. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I eat
Now
because
are
I'm
all hungry
depressed,
for dessert.
and I'm depressed because I eat. It's a
Yes.
vicious cycle.
Oh, don't make a part 4. Just leave it as is.
No.
I mean, I think he just needs to do yet another movie, completely unrelated, where he plays another Scottish voice character.
We could
And
do
you know,
another movie.
Scotsman.
No, I mean between. Okay, so he does Shrek. He does. What was that? What was that other movie?
So
It
I
was one of
married
the
an
Austin
axe
Powers
murderer.
ones.
I
Where he
married an
was
axe
murderer.
in my belly.
It was axe murder. Yeah, so I married an axe murderer. Right, exactly. It's like every movie he does a Scottish accent. I'm surprised he didn't do a Scottish accent when he was doing the Cat in the Hat.
A paper is due. We have a paper due. Doctor in the house.
Okay,
Yes,
Delicious saying,
It's okay.
Please
Okay.
don't try to do a Scottish accent. Mate, you just don't have it.
Like a match.
This is what goes on backstage, folks. That's
Yeah,
what we were.
yeah, we're just
can almost-
continuing it out here.
We just started the show.
I
So
watched some.
screw the intro. Let's just do it.
I watched a British series that's from Scotland. That gets the subtitles. That gets
Oh,
the
what's that
captions.
one?
I'm sorry. Shetland.
Interesting.
Okay, another one for you to look up there.
I will.
Yes. I like Shetland. It's one of the few British mystery series where I actually care about the mystery, not the other stuff going on. But anyway,
There you go. Speaking of the other stuff going on around a mystery, so when we last left our heroes. Oh, wait a minute. Let's say hi to the chat first. We haven't said hi to the chat yet.
Well, you done a start.
I didn't
stream
even
without saying
finish
hello to
my
the
intro,
chat.
actually.
well,
Right.
finish your intro.
All right. No worries, no worries. You know, booth, double R diner, pie, coffee. You know the drill. You've watched the show long enough. So I do want to say hello to the chat. Joining us first, FK8C 2005, sometimes known as Tim, friend of the channel and my most recent guest on the other side of midnight, Curtis Selby. That R Flatstone guy again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something, dark side, Flatstone. Get that guy. No.
You
All right,
don't
moving
know
on.
the power of YouTube
you
trolling.
Okay, since I'm saying hello to both Ara Flatstone and Troy Pacelli, they're gonna think I got a boyfriend on the
Yeah,
side.
exactly. It's one of the things I hate about Rumble is that you can't rebrand your ID when you're posting.
You can. It's
Yeah, and
No.
and they said that they were going to allow you to post by your title, the title of your channel. So mine would be Last Call. No, still can't do it. I'm like, you guys really need to start getting your crap together if you ever have any hope of competing with YouTube. These are minor things that they could fix easily.
Is that if you and we go off on another tangent? And is that is that on your channel? Because in the chat, I'm still deleted scenes. You
probably set it up
If it's your
that
channel,
way.
do you have to rebrand?
Yeah, yeah. If when you're in Rumble, you create your channel name and you create your posting name. And if they are two different things, that's why mine is R Flatstone when I post when I say something, but the channel is called Last Call. It is not. I mean, I understand doing that, but you need to give people that level of flexibility. I should be able to post as Last Call. And if I wanted to create a channel over there, Kartan the Klingon Cleric, I should be able to post as that too. But I can't, So, I don't know.
Aged boomer, who's probably wondering how the hell he got snagged into this thing.
Yeah.
Fine,
Every
I'm
week,
in it
sure
now.
he's probably questioning.
I want to find out about the fate of the pine weasel.
Well, of course.
That's the most important story arc going on now, as far as I'm concerned.
It was always the most important storyline. This show is actually about pine weasels. I don't know if anybody knows that.
That's true.
They're endangered.
Evelyn Hampton, apply Admiral. Loyal Blue Wrench, the bird woman of YouTube, Connie Clary.
Like
All
I
right.
said, I don't know how.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure how the rest of the season goes, but I keep imagining a horde of hippies descending on Twin Peaks because of the pine weasel.
Yeah. Well, and they wouldn't have to come from out of state. It is Washington State.
There you go.
It is on the left coast, so.
Joining us live, friend of the channel, Dee Dee Myers Jr., host of Films with Friends, in which I will be appearing this upcoming Friday at 8 p.m. The creator of the 10-word review, Big Al Presents. He's working on his Late Night with the Devil review. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say about it. And anybody who has seen my review for it knows it's the best movie I've seen so far this year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Al thinks of it. And now that it's on Shudder, more people going to see it. So,
yes, I've seen it myself.
Indeed. All right. What were your thoughts?
I liked it. I thought it was actually rather authentic of how it did the whole 1970s late night talk show. Oddly enough, though, I know what they were thinking. Let's show behind the scenes during the commercial breaks, but I almost wish there were commercials, instead. But no, overall, I mean, he even did who's Jimmy Carter's brother? Bill, was it Billy? Billy Carter.
Yeah,
Billy Carter.
He was making Billy Carter jokes in the opening monologue, and I'm like, yeah, this is so 1977. It's not even funny. It's like.
Yep.
And hello to another friend of the channel and all of our channels, JPRPH1.
Yep.
All right.
I know some of y'all are making the rounds to our various channels, and you guys are just above and beyond. You guys, you're the best audience. You really, really are. And here we are, a half hour in, we still haven't even started the show.
No, this is a show.
Well, I guess in a
View
way,
with Drew?
you're kind of right. Hey, Drew.
The View with Drew, who is also currently on Letterboxd, so please follow him there.
There you go.
All right. Let's scroll
I was
up.
like,
I
wait, whose
don't
channel is he
want
on
to
so I
miss
can say
anyone.
hello?
Yeah. Actually, you can just hit the comments in what do you call it, in StreamYard, and it goes out to, well, all the YouTube channels anyway.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta test that.
Yep.
Testing.
Orville Nation.
Saying hello to Logical Spock.
Spock. And PJ, how you
Orville Nation,
doing?
hello. All right.
Is that his way of saying he caught us red-handed?
I think so. All right. Well, I think we have teased the fans long enough. Logical Spock, the Cosme link.
We haven't really started yet.
Is at the top of the chat. We have not started the show yet. And if you are looking for places to stream the program, Paramount Plus, and from what I understand, you can also purchase episodes right here on YouTube. So,
really
if you
encourage
wish
you to
to
get
do
the
so.
Blu-rays, though.
But we do encourage you to get the Blu-rays and DVDs and books and everything that has to do with the film.
Yes,
Well,
definitely. Very nice Blu-ray set of this show, actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get on the show. I think we have teased the chat
Yep.
long enough. I really would like to get forward to. I've been looking forward to this episode. Not just
because Heather Graham.
Because we have Heather Graham, and she plays a character who's going to become rather important.
Yes.
To the mythology of Twin Peaks. So
I do kind of feel like they were trying to and it wasn't going to work out with Madeline Ferguson. They were looking for another who can we focus on to be the central girl, so to speak. You know, the whole thing started out with Laura Palmer, and she's still, you know, even in death, she's still very central to to this story and everything that's going on, but we needed someone in the current story to be that kind of, I was going to say to be that kind of go-between, and that's literally what she becomes by the time we see her in Fire Walk with Me. So yeah, absolutely. But when we last left our heroes, Truman had just put Hank in prison for the attempted murder of Leo. And Hank was pointing the finger at Josie for the murder of Andrew Packard, who we have now found out is still alive. Albert reveals that through, TV forensic magic, he figured out that Josie shot Cooper. And Ben enlists the help of John Justice Wheeler. And, of course, the culmination of the story is they go after Josie, and she either unalives herself or she just plain unalives. Either way.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
And has taken one Thomas Eckert out with her, so he is no more.
Yep.
And pretty eventful episode, and will continue to be eventful as we move on here into the future. Okay. Everyone is waiting for us over in Cosme.
Yep.
So let's get that booted up and ready to go. I do want to remind everybody that I would prefer my channel to be a no drama channel. So does Troy and Netter, so does Boomer.
Good try.
There was an incident last night on Rumble during Troy's show where somebody was being very disrespectful in the chat, and they had to be removed. I want to state this once again. Anything racial said about or to a guest in the chat will be immediately removed.
Yep.
Because we don't want anything like that here. We want to have a good time. We want to get on with the show. And that's going to be the end of the speech. I'm going to say it once, and I'm not going to say it again.
Actually, you might want to expand it. Not just racial. Anything disparaging at all.
Yeah.
Because when Netter says you're not just friends, you're family, we take that seriously. So we take care of you guys like family.
Don't make me kick your butt.
And we know we're preaching to the family. Okay. So we know you guys all know this. We're just saying, especially all y'all with blue wrenches, or I guess it turns out purple shields if you're in Rumble. You just keep an eye out for all of your fellow folks in the chat, and if any newbies come in and aren't playing nice, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do know I have plenty of mods on my channel. I am giving you the permission that if somebody is doing that, if somebody's misbehaving like that in the chat, drop the hammer.
Yep. Or the wrench, as it might be.
Yeah.
As I might be security and bouncer, but I'm giving you permission to be my deputies.
There you go. Deputizing you all. Just like Truman did to Cooper.
Indeed. All right. We are ready to go.
Yep.
Flappy is waiting in the wings.
Yes, he is. I see what you did there.
Funny man.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
When the cast would go out for karaoke nights, Flappy would always sing Surfin' Bird. You know the lyrics of that song? Bird is the word.
Oh, the bird. Is that the name? I didn't know that was the name of the song.
That was his go-to song, yes.
That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
Bird is the word.
You know, somebody needs to start keeping a list of all of these that that Boomer puts out. This is good. This is good Twin Peaks history.
There we go.
Fluffyisms.
Yes.
Like I said, deleted scenes. If he ever gets bored one day, you could always clip them all together.
Yeah, clip them all together. Oh gosh, that would.
When we're done with
really
the show, I guess. Yes.
There we go. That's a.
I just thought of that. Yeah.
I think all by itself is just all the flappyisms.
On the night that we show the Flappy special.
Lara Flynn Boyle.
I know this music. I could just
It's
listen
haunting.
to it forever. I mean, I literally get, tingles down my back from this. I do like this kind of noir styling.
Is Jim Beam his new best friend?
Possibly. Of all the gin joints in all the town, she had to come into mine. Of course, there's probably only one or two gin joints in Twin Peaks. The Roadhouse and... Okay, so there's only one.
Whenever I think of the Roadhouse, you know what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like, she was something. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm not 100% certain. Are all of those scenes that we just saw actually flashbacks taken from earlier episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
What is that?
Breakfast.
And of course, directed by James Foley, who is the director of Glengarry Glen Ross.
All right.
I don't think we say look at the lighting in this scene. He's really covered in shadow.
Yes.
Look at that.
And the light is focused on his glass.
Yeah.
That's literally where his focus is.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame him. He's been unlucky.
Yeah.
He's been unlucky in love. I guess him and Cooper have that in common.
Yeah. Well, but there's a guilt that goes with it because of bad choices.
Heather Graham.
Yep.
Annie Blackburn has arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. Right? I watched the episode on Paramount Plus tonight.
Dude, I'm seeing the Big Mac tonight meme in the chat.
Yep.
Margaret Lanterman, good evening.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I thought it was weird the way she put her hand to just touch his neck.
Yeah. Because we know he now has a mark on his neck.
What?
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's
Yeah.
a reference to, the belief or the myth or whatever that when the soul leaves the body, it loses mass, or the weight decreases or something.
21 grams.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hello, Lady V.
He's fruity as a nutcake, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely. That would be accurate.
Ooh.
Now,
Well, technically, he is playing by the rules.
yeah. Well, but he's talking about these made-up rules that he's got in his head. But I would also argue that he's not playing a stalemate game. He's not playing to win. That's true.
He's stalling
But
for time.
a stalemate game usually involves sacrificing comparable pieces, and he's trying to avoid any pieces being taken. Which,
It's a
any
pretty
chess
ring.
player knows is not possible. It is inevitable that pieces will be taken.
That's his wedding ring, right?
Yes. What I say, every time she comes into scene from the feet up, it pans.
Okay. They just said it's a weasel.
Yeah, a weasel and a ferret aren't really the same thing.
Well, he's like, what is that, a raccoon? We just
Yeah.
said it's a weasel.
True.
Is it Wheeler because it's wheeling and dealing?
Could be. Huh.
Hi, I'm Billy Zane.
Right.
I was in the Phantom.
He was. With Treat Williams as Xander Drax.
Speaking of Treat Williams, we'll be watching Dead Heat tonight on Saturday.
Yes. Food's important.
I don't know how to cook. You wouldn't have to.
That is true. He makes an excellent point.
We need the actual pine weasel. That's what they need.
Right.
We got to trap one. Eating his breakfast.
Gah.
Yes, but they were all bad.
Yeah. Wow, he just disappeared.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
Right.
I was wondering where you went off to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, take care, Lady V.
Yep.
Oh. Well, it worked in Eye of the Beholder, so. Nice.
It's a box. Well, now she's out of a job because her boss is dead.
She'll find work elsewhere, I'm sure.
He looks a lot like Pete Martell there.
Yeah. Probably intentional.
Never let a vampire into your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Or really any stranger.
It's Columbo. Excuse me, Miss Hayward.
Yeah.
I know you're responsible for the death of one Harold Smith. All right.
Just one more thing.
There's one more thing. Yes, and one of them's armed. Killed a baron, you know.
No, knowing. I almost wonder if this guy, this person, really exists, and that he took him out and took over his identity for just for this
Or
one
if he's
part.
doing the kind of thing that that fortune tellers do, where you talk using what information you know and you make up the rest.
I know that number is going to have a significance too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
555-1234. Wait, what?
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was almost thinking the Miss Cleo's hotline or something.
Right.
It's like for a sec there was like, is Pete Martell playing a double role?
Right.
He likes his chess, don't he?
It's like, how many games is he playing?
All of them. I gotta figure out what I did with my board.
Oh, look, someone posted the Miss Cleo's number in the chat. Whatever.
What? I like how he actually uses their language.
Have Andy do the next move.
Yeah, right?
I call them horsies and castles.
Horses and castles, sure.
It's nice to see Andy again, huh?
Yeah.
Then the shit's really hit the fan.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey.
She's got a mountain range.
Well, Twin Peaks.
Yeah, a mountain range. So does that mean that Scoop might have a mark somewhere on him because he saw the light, even though he didn't disappear?
He hasn't disappeared yet. It's interesting that you draw that comparison, Curtis. The three triangles and the radiation symbol. Hold on to that until we get to season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one thing I can say is that Lynch and Frost can write romance a lot better than George Lucas can. Hey there, Anonymous Hedgehog. No spoilers. Oblique and obscure as they may be.
Yeah. Remember.
The butler definitely didn't do it.
Right. Oh, hey, Tim.
Now I want to make brownies.
I know, right?
Because apparently that's our state snack.
Yup.
Dessert. I guess desserts are snacks, sort of.
Yeah, because I have a hard time buying that saltwater taffy as a dessert.
It was a bad choice.
Oh, heck.
What?
What had happened to the mom that she's in a wheelchair?
I'm not sure they ever completely. They alluded to what happened there.
Look at that. Isn't that creepy? It's a cemetery.
Yeah.
Here's the number where I'm staying. A cemetery.
By the way, do you know who the actress is that plays the mom?
I'd have to see her again.
It's Mary Jo Deschanel.
Oh,
Emily
Zoe Deschanel?
Deschanel's mom and
Yep.
Zoe's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was a car accident, but the details, we don't know the details. A lot of fans have speculated that it may have had something to do with an affair she had with Benjamin Horne.
It kind of is.
She doesn't understand that, though, or ostensibly she doesn't understand that.
It's like, just say it. She hears the word divorce, she's, and maybe she'll go, wait, what?
Yeah. Hey, Nate. Welcome.
All right.
Jealous rage.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Nate, I don't think we can get you caught up completely up to this point. There's been a lot that's happened.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's Ben Horn.
Horn.
Okay. Can you scroll up or something on your thing?
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing that one thing coming at me and it's distracting.
Oh yeah, that's right. We only have like 4 episodes left, so wonder. Oh, I guess I can't do that.
I love that.
Oh gosh. Damn it.
He's very good.
He is. And what's great is he's sitting right across from Dale and he doesn't even notice or recognize or nothing.
Well, Dale also hasn't looked up.
True.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You have no idea.
Okay, stop staring, Dale. He looks creepy.
Yeah.
He's got the googly eyes.
Yep.
Well, he did say he wanted a cup of strong black Joe.
There's a cut.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep, he's gone. So creepy. It's like his
I don't-
subconscious knows something's off,
Yes,
but he can't figure
exactly.
it out.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Damn it, the lazy boy. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't. This is not the time for the sheriff to be falling apart either.
He's drunk. He's
Business
grieving.
is booming.
Yep.
Oh, he's got a gun.
Yep.
Oh. As Brandon Herrera would say, hey, you just flagged your buddy there. That's
Yeah,
not a good move.
exactly. I was just thinking that too, and he's also not practicing trigger discipline.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sort of got to China.
Poor Dale. Or not Dale.
Harry.
Sheriff.
Harry, yeah.
Harry.
Really wouldn't have helped because you couldn't take her away from her.
And that's why they only gave Barney one bullet there, Tim.
Yep, exactly. Man. The Bookhouse. Hmm.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember this at all. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Demesis. Yeah. Who? No Mike here. We don't know a Mike. Enough of this Mike business. Move on.
I'm their teacher.
God.
Good.
Oh, she killed that guy.
Yes, she did. And you know, the guy behind the desk is like, I don't care.
Right? That's why he wanted to save the, what was it, spotted weasel or whatever.
Pine weasel, yeah.
Wow, looked like James Bond walked in the room. Or maybe he's supposed to be like a Cary Grant character. I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, stuff's spinning loose. You're gonna fall off the stage.
Right?
She looks good, actually.
Yeah.
I like the exaggerated movements as she's trying to model and turn.
Right.
It's making a statement.
Yeah.
I'm hunting wabbits.
Yeah, kind of. It looks like a... Why are you staring?
Because he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing, and he's nervous.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get.
What's he eating? Is that cookies and milk?
Mhm.
Yep.
I want chocolate chip cookies.
It's chocolate chip cookies. Okay.
Well, those might be oatmeal, wherever he's eating, but I want.
I kept thinking it would.
Now.
I kept thinking it wouldn't be Oreos with Lynch. It'd probably be Hydrox, right?
Yeah. See, and this is why I feel like despite what he's actually saying, the way he says it implies to me, I'm doing this to ruin your plans.
Oh, that's exactly why he's doing it.
He's not wrong.
No. In fact, you sound like you mean it.
One man alone cannot fight the future. Oh, wait, wrong show.
You're right.
Oh boy. He didn't fight the future. He kept getting his ass kicked. I'm sorry.
Right.
I never think of the X-Files.
Or you can just shoot each other, whichever comes first.
Right.
The laces were in. No, that's Hinkle. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Squiggy. My friend is Lenny.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Not
He's
bad.
not good at this.
No.
What? You please
Yeah,
get on
get
with
on
it.
with it. Hello. Yeah, exactly, Curtis. I was thinking the same thing.
Look at that. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Stop with the flash photography. It makes them nervous.
Beautiful bird.
He looks like a rodent.
Yep, Squiggy, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, brother.
Get it off! Yeah. It's not completely harmless. It bit his nose.
Yeah.
Because he knows a Richard when he sees one.
Someone needs to get knocked into the fireplace. And
Somebody pointed out that's actually a ferret. That's because there actually is a North American pine weasel that is actually endangered. There's no way they could get one for the TV show.
Nice catch.
I know. Really good catch. And you got her.
Do it.
Isn't he supposed to be a little old for her?
Oh. I mean, she's 18.
Yeah, isn't
Funny.
he like in his 30s or something?
Eh.
That pine weasel was never found again. Some say he still crawls between the walls of the burrito box. Ooh.
Man down.
She is one tall woman.
Yes. I'm not necessarily complaining.
No.
No.
And now she's got a hairstyle like Josie.
No.
She was in Starship Troopers,
Oh.
remember?
Yeah.
She was.
Yes.
She was also in an episode of Star Trek where she played, the leader of a race of women that was really, really tall.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
And there.
To piss you off?
Dun, dun.
Yep. They always end it with Laura Palmer's theme. Well, there you go.
So
Okay, I was mistaken. We actually have 5 more episodes. Yeah.
So I feel like this episode was just more setup. Like building toward things, right? 'Cause
Yeah, clearly something is, right. Something definitely is building. We see that, what have we seen? We've seen that Wyndham Earl has been effectively running reconnaissance, right? He's gone and basically met like a stalker, right? He's gone and seen face to face, the prey that he's going after. They're the ones that are in danger, right? But he is so good at his camouflage that Cooper doesn't even notice that he's there until after he's gone, right? Yeah, we're still seeing the ripples of the whole Eckhart storyline and a Josie that which is especially hitting Harry the hardest.
Yeah.
And we're also, really twisting the knife in Troy's back that they didn't bother, with the details of a chess game. So, there's that too. I know I'm pedantic, but these things matter to me.
And we got introduced to Norma's sister.
Yes.
Indeed we did.
Annie Blackburn, right.
Who was in a convent and also took a knife to her wrists, apparently. So,
Those I would assume to be, well, these things generally have more than one meaning, but the title being, Wounds of Love.
okay.
That would be one. Obviously, Harry is suffering his own wounds of love. They're a little different. And I think I would even go so far as to say that both Wyndham Earle and Agent Cooper are both dealing with some wounds of love as well.
As the song goes, love, what is it good for, right?
I suppose
Wait, that's war.
what
What is it? War. What is it good for? Never mind. Okay.
that is an interesting dichotomy that you bring up there. That there you go. That's very insightful. No, what's love got to do with it?
That's right.
That's
There
where
we
we
go.
probably should go with it.
The actor who plays Richard, though, you know what I was thinking? He looks like he could be the brother of Finola Hughes.
That's ironic because he was on General Hospital at the same time she was.
He was, yes. Maybe
And
that's
if I
why.
recall, they were a couple on that show for a while.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what it is. Maybe I remember them being together, and maybe that's where I'm bringing the thing together. Yeah.
There you go.
Remember Finola Hughes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't know. Anyway, though, I do remember seeing Heather Graham, I think, for the first time in the movie License to Drive with the two Coreys, the second of the two Coreys movies, and that's where she gets super drunk and he has to hide her in the trunk of his car for half the movie, right? Remember that?
Yes.
And her name was Mercedes. Because, of course, because it was about driving cars and whatnot. Just, yeah. Has Heather Graham been in any other Lynch productions? I'm curious.
Well, Fire Walk with Me.
That's right.
But man, I don't know. She's been in a whole lot of movies. I haven't even seen a small fraction of the movies that she's been.
P.T. Anderson. She was in Drugstore Cowboy. That's an excellent movie.
Yeah.
With Kelly Lynch was in that as well, right? Drugstore Cowboy, as I recall.
Don't
I don't
leave
think
a
she
hat
related
on the
to David
bed.
Lynch. Yeah, no. What is it? Yeah.
And I never have because of that movie.
Hats in the bed, no mirrors, because you could. What is it like? You could see your future. That could be good or bad or something. That was another thing. We don't want to take that risk. There are all these rules that they had, and it's like no dogs. That was the other rule. Remember, no dogs, because the dogs led the. Basically, Drugstore Cowboy was about these drug addicts, but they would rob pharmacies for their highs. You understand? They get the things they wanted instead of it being, the other stuff. Anyway,
Boogie Nights was another good one she was in.
Yeah,
Boogie Nights, she was in that.
Yeah, the only references that I'm seeing to Lynch productions are the Twin Peaks episodes, Fire Walk with Me, and The Missing Pieces.
Right.
Which is essentially, the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. There you go.
So, what do we think of Mr. Horn? He was visiting Donna's mother.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. They had a
Yeah.
relationship at one point, and I had always had a theory that perhaps there was some drama in her affair or relationship with him that could have ultimately resulted in the car accident. I think he feels some responsibility to her, and I always drew a bit of a parallel between that situation and Big Ed feeling responsible for Nadine's lost eye.
Well, it's interesting how Ed and Ben went different paths in dealing
Yes.
with things they did, how they lived their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although I think you're going to find that well, maybe again I'm going to have to we're going to be seeing these episodes together in the coming weeks, but because sometimes I'm afraid that I might project my own headcanon onto the story sometimes. But I do think that Ben has from a distance tried to help out the Hayward family because of his guilt.
Then we got the chess game.
Yeah. No, but what Pete said was what I was getting at too. You can't have a true stalemate without any pieces being taken. No, even in a fool's mate, you still end up with lost pieces. The only way to bring about a stalemate is to get one of the kings into a position where he where moving the king is the only move you can make, and if you move the king to any position that the king can move to, it would put him in check, because that's a rule. You can't move the king into check. So if you have no move that you can make, that's a stalemate. Philosophically, you could say, well, then the other guy wins. But by strict letter of the rules, nobody wins. It's kind of like if you and I are playing pool and I scratch on the 8-ball. I lose. Technically, that means you win. But you're going to be like, well, did I really win? I didn't do anything to win. I kind of won by default. That's kind of what a stalemate is in chess. So, yeah, Pete's absolutely right. There's going to be lost pieces. And I understand what Cooper is saying. He's not interested in foot soldiers. He's after royalty. Yeah, but you usually have to kill some foot soldiers to get to the royalty.
I like Geek Flag's comment.
Ben Horn should be called Ben Horny. Yeah, kinda.
I also think Horn like the devil too. That brings up both. Yeah.
that kind of makes sense. And of course, you catch the tongue-in-cheek fact that the brothers are Ben and Jerry. That was intentional.
Funny.
That was intentional.
Very funny.
Now I want ice cream.
Everybody wants ice cream.
I could probably make you some.
I want ice cream. I want brownies.
They had
I
a
want
tasting
cherry pie.
They had a tasting history episode recently where the guy was making the kind of ice cream they served in the Navy during World War II. Which
I saw that.
They make the banana nut ice cream, which it was made from powdered eggs and powdered milk.
Yep.
And it was still good. And we learned about how it was a good way to keep the morale up of troops was to have ice cream on those ships. Yeah.
Yep. And in theory, you could use a fire extinguisher to make ice cream.
Interesting.
You could use it as the freezing element. Yep.
Ice cream.
If you rig it correctly.
Good old ice cream.
Anyway. So there we go.
Twin Peaks.
I love these rewatches. I really do. I mean, it's great to revisit this. I mean, this is something that, at least for all the franchises that we have loved, that we have escaped into, that have fostered our imagination, right? This is one that's not going to get ruined. You know, We've got what we've got. Could there be a season 4? There could be, but honestly, I don't believe it's going to happen. So we've got what we've got, and we can continue to revisit it and enjoy it. And like I've pointed out many weeks, the mysteries of Twin Peaks, not all of them will ever be solved. So we will always be able to go back and think and ruminate and talk about it and chew it over and come away with new ideas, new theories, you know. And there will always be questions. That is what David Lynch always intended. He intended the questions to always be there, to not have them all answered.
I don't like that. Actually,
think about it, though. Are you sure?
I don't know.
See?
Why do you do this to me?
Because when all the questions are answered, it's done. There's nothing more to
Still trying to figure out what happened after The Sopranos final season. I know there was more there.
Well, since the main actor died, I think we're going to just have to assume that the character died too, and that's it.
I imagine that Christopher Moltisanti was reincarnated as that cat. That was dying around Paulie, and then at some point it was actually going to start talking to Paulie in Christopher's voice, and you know, he would actually work with Paulie, even though he kind of hated Paulie in real life because my wife, she's doing this loser, kill him for me, and I'll be your eyes and ears around Tony, you know. It's like, that was my plot for the spinoff. What do you think?
I know. Did anybody see the prequel movie?
Yes.
What was that?
No. There were things I like. Ray Liotta was great in it. He was the best part of that movie. Also, the guy his son playing him.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job. He felt like, but it was all over the place. I kept thinking, some thought it was like a backdoor pilot. I didn't like the fact that Christopher was speaking at the beginning of it among the tombstones. I thought it was dumb. I thought they should have cut that out, and it just should have been like done straight period and not had some retrospective thing with the ghost talk. I didn't get what that was about. Anyway, this isn't a Sopranos stream. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just it could have been better. It could have been a lot better, and I don't think anything more is going to happen with the Sopranos now. So let's just move on. Yeah. The original show is still great. My favorite TV series of all time is still Sopranos. Twin Peaks is a great one, though. Yeah. Then there's the X-Files for some of the seasons.
Yeah.
Until basically season 6. Really, wow. Anyway, let's not talk about X-Files. We're here to talk about Twin Peaks, and 5 episodes left. I don't like this. Yeah. I remember we were watching this. I wasn't liking it because I know I'm not going to get anything answered, and we're coming to the end, and it was bugging me. And it's like, and you're still binging them. Like I guess this might be my first binge watch, right?
Yeah.
Remember those VHS tapes of this that came out where they would put like 5 or 6 episodes to a tape? They were EP only. And I remember I was watching the whole thing, and then suddenly it's over, and then there's the Fire Walk with Me. But so that's sort of a prequel, though there is stuff that's referenced that happens after, obviously. So it's back and forth, but it's like, and then nothing. And then I would just have to wait for other Lynch movies to come out. Remember Lost Highway? I remember Robert Logis talking about his car engine, saying this is smooth as shit from a duck's ass. Remember that line?
Yeah.
And then we had Mulholland Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Straight Story, which, yeah. I don't know. What's he done since... What's he doing now? Make a movie, David. It's time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He hasn't done anything since Inland Empire, to my knowledge.
Well, he worked on the revival series, the Twin Peaks revival series.
Yeah, but that was before, right?
No, I thought that was
Technically,
after. I don't
Is it?
know.
Oh.
I thought Inland Empire was before that. Troy?
What?
Inland Empire, before or after these Twin Peaks season 3? When was it made?
That's a good question. It came before season 3.
Yes.
I mean, that's for sure.
Okay.
That was let's see, 2006.
Okay, so there was a box gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to use that expression, what's in the box, but aren't we all wondering what's in the box?
We are, because I don't remember that at all. I apparently either, you know, aside from Heather Graham, I apparently completely blanked out on this episode.
I knew something was coming in regards to something that Eckerd left behind, and I know it leads to something else, but I'm not going to say what that is. But, yeah, I just, I don't know. It's just like this episode, you know what, there are episodes that are set up, I guess we're dealing with the sheriff's grief, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. Is he going to get mixed up with the O. Henry Candy Bar Company heiress woman from Seinfeld? That she played that on Seinfeld.
Oh,
okay, but she was the heiress of the O. Henry Candy Bar Company. Jerry was dating her on the show. I forgot how he messed that up.
Very easily, I'm sure.
Right, I think she was the one walking around in just the bra. And I don't know. That was the big controversy episode, and she wore it well, but then I think Elaine was getting angry about it, and just it was. No mystery boxes. Yeah, well, unfortunately, this is probably where Abrams got the idea. Was from this episode. Am I wrong?
Well, you know what? There is a difference. Okay, so if you want to call this a mystery box, Lynch and Frost know what's in the mystery box. They're just not telling you. That's the difference.
J.J. Abrams left other writers too.
Says it doesn't matter. There's nothing in the box. You know, we make it up as we go. That is terrible, terrible storytelling.
The Fringe writers figured out how to put good stuff in the mystery boxes.
Yeah.
That show could have easily gone off the rails, but I thought they stuck the landing, which was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I felt like if it had gone on much longer, it probably would have gone off the rails. It's probably best that they ended it as they did. As they did end it, I felt like the ending was a little bit weak, but it could have been so much worse.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that it needed a full season. And I think people argued, well, they're just going to take out the filler episodes. But I don't even like the term filler episodes on Fringe, because they always meant something, even if it was, like, unrelated, you know?
I think that bothered me is when you got like a mystery going on and the fans go, oh, I think this is what's happening. And then, you know, they're like all over social media with it. I think this is going on, this is going on. And then the writers were like, no, that's not it. Just to find out that really is it.
That's exactly J.J. Abrams, absolutely.
Like, what was it, Lost?
Yeah, Lost. Yeah, exactly. Well, and Star Trek Into Darkness, too. John is saying, just kidding about the mystery box, I did like Fringe a lot at the time. Look, all I'm really getting at is the problem I have with the mystery box is it's bad writing. Now, can it be used effectively? Look, if it's like, do you study for the test or do you just wing it and hope you learned it through osmosis? If you pass the test, I guess both methods work, right? But it's more likely you're going to fail the test if you don't study. And the mystery box is the same thing. The mystery box is you're not prepared for the test. Whereas, a good writer has taken the time to plot it out, knows the story. I would even argue, even though we all know that George Lucas didn't know a lot of the fine details. He didn't know Vader's going to be Luke's father, Leia's going to be his sister. These elements he made up as he went. But the general story that he wanted to tell, he knew all 9 stories in a very broad general sense. And he filled in the details as he went. Whereas I feel
all
like
9 stories?
Well, he never got to tell the last 3.
I know.
He gave up the opportunity, turned over the script, and the script wasn't even used.
They use it for toilet paper, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Whereas when J.J. Abrams tells a story, he comes up with an idea for the beginning of a story, and then like pushing a boulder off a mountain, he just sets it going and says, okay, let's see where it goes. That is not telling a story. That's, that's throwing a grenade and seeing what happens,
Things go boom.
Yeah, things go boom. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, Nate. No, that's not a mystery box. That's a MacGuffin. That's very different. The MacGuffin is not an important thing. It's a
Distraction.
like a car that just gets you where you want to go, right? It's important that it's there. All the stuff around it is important, but what's actually in the literal box in this case isn't important. The whole story, and again, talk about good storytelling. When you can tell a story well in a non-linear way, you're a pretty decent storyteller. Yeah, it's about characters. It's not about what's in the box. In that particular case. And it's got a beginning, middle, and an end. Yeah, we should really do a Pulp Fiction analysis one day. Someday in the future we'll do that. But yeah, that's not. I mean, I suppose it's a mystery box in a sense. Within the scope of the story, it's a literal mystery box. But that's not the kind of mystery box J.J. Abrams is talking about. He's talking about an empty story. Yeah, I can't believe it. And I'm sure that TED Talk is still out there somewhere. There's a lot of really dumb TED Talks out there. When you listen to them, you're like, people are actually listening to this idiot?
Yeah. TED Talks. There's some dumb ones.
Yeah.
People get up on a stage and read from a PowerPoint and people think it's brilliant. No, not always.
Well, and I'll tell you something else. Just the fact that J.J. Abrams would go up and do a TED Talk about storytelling, that in and of itself should tell you he's not a good storyteller. You want to show you're a good storyteller? Tell good stories. Otherwise, shut your mouth. I don't care what you have to say. And I would say this to George Lucas too. My intent was that. I'm sorry, you didn't put that in the movie. You didn't tell that story, therefore you don't get to come back and say it in the linear notes. Death of the author, my friend. Maybe. I don't know about a double feature. I think if I'm gonna do like Pulp Fiction, it's just gonna be that one movie, and then we'll really get into it. And if that's the case, then I think I need to pull deleted scenes in as a co-host.
Sure.
And I know you're already busy on Mondays, so
Well, if
maybe
we
when
can
things
do it on a night
loosen
when I'm
up.
free, yeah.
Yeah, because aren't they going back to the once a month, or is it always going to be every Monday now?
Well, here's the situation on that.
Yeah.
It seems that the executive at Regal, who put all of this into place, the mystery movie nights and whatnot, apparently there's a rumor he is leaving the company.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does to the movie nights, whether or not it will continue or not, we don't know for sure. We know that there will be a mystery movie night May 20th. Possibly also one on the 13th that hasn't been confirmed yet. Past that, we don't know. So it's something that's kind of up in the air. I kind of don't want to go too far into what Spin and Mind's plan will be should the movie night stop, because we're kind of working some things out backstage. I don't want to go too far into it yet. But so far, as we know, yes, the next one is going to be May 20th for sure. And right now, that's kind of all we know. We're in a holding pattern until we can confirm everything. But yeah, it looks like there's going to be some change in management at Regal. Exactly how far that's going to affect everything, or even if it will affect anything, we don't know. Because right now it's all speculation and rumor. Nothing's been confirmed. Says, single Tarantino film definitely be happening. Pulp Fiction, yeah. I'd like to be in on that, yeah.
Yep.
And hello to the Basco scenario. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. So yeah.
All right. I did start a few chats here. Nate says Ella Purnell casting as Kyle MacLachlan's daughter in the Fallout TV show was perfect. Her acting reminds me of a female Agent Cooper, and with her dark hair, they kind of look alike. She does look like she could be his daughter, yeah.
So have you guys seen this Fallout TV show? I've never played the games, but I am intrigued by the lore, and I'm kind of thinking about checking this thing out.
I've not seen it, but you get Amazon, so you have it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? I didn't realize
Prime.
it was
That's
on
where
Amazon.
it is, yeah.
Okay,
it's on Amazon Prime, yeah.
Well, maybe we will check it out.
It's 8 episodes. I've seen the first one. I've seen the first episode. I'm watching episode 2 and 3 with the Jedi Bill tomorrow night at 8. And it's going to be simulcast on both our channels. Or at least that's the plan anyway. So that's where I am on it. The first episode, I liked it. I did. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm not familiar with the games. From what people are telling me, they're pretty close. As far as getting the lore and whatnot correct.
Yeah.
Which I'm a big stickler for. So as long as the Fallout fans are happy with the show, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason that you have to alienate the franchise fans in order to pull in a new audience. If you do it well, everyone should be able to enjoy it.
It says first 3 episodes are awesome. Haven't watched any further. Haven't played the games either. I really enjoyed it. So I hope it gets a season 2.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's looking like it's probably going to get a season 2. So
Sounds like it's pretty popular. Yeah.
yeah. All right. I would like to remind everybody a little scheduling note here. After the show, please do us a favor and head on over to Big Al's channel for his 10-word review of Late Night with the Devil, which is up right now.
Wow.
And of course, if you're interested in seeing the film, you can currently catch it on Shudder. And of course, our friend 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Toxic Tuesday. Burt Reynolds' month continues with Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh yeah, I've seen that movie.
All right.
Has some sequels.
It does, which we will not talk about. In particular, not the third one, and not that made-for-TV one that no one remembers because there's nothing to remember about it.
I think we needed a Smokey and the Bandit Jaws crossover movie. I'm just thinking, right? What do you think, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Of course, we have Ouija Shark. Is that Jaws meets The Exorcist? Or did I get... No? No? Okay, I have not seen it, so I don't...
It's just a really, really, really bad movie.
Okay.
I know people try to kill the Ouija shark, but I don't think there was ever an exorcist there.
Yeah. I still have to see it. So.
Well, you don't have to unless you really are going to punishment.
Just to riff it, if nothing else. I mean, y'all have brought it up so many times at this point, you know. We may as well say, and don't forget to see Ouija Shark. Does it have anything to do with Twin Peaks? No, just watch Ouija Shark. Because why not? You must watch Ouija Shark.
Yes.
Did you actually watch it?
I am saying this to all of you now. I am the Ouija Shark. No. Just kidding. No, I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, okay. Just from us talking about it, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Good night, JPRPH1. Yeah. 14-hour workday. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Good luck.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Well, yeah, I think it's about time to wrap this up. Let's go around the horn. Troy, what do you have coming up?
What is tonight? Tuesday. Okay, yeah. So Friday. What do you think, Boomer? Are we gonna just do a Friday night free for all?
I think so. We're probably due for one anyway. So yeah,
that would be nice. Yeah. So Friday night, last call, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. It's gonna be a Friday night free for all. That means you guys are in charge. Come to the chat, throw out whatever you want to talk about, and that's what we're going to talk about. And meanwhile, I will drink. So it should get more and more interesting as the night goes on. Of course. Yeah, exactly. I am going to make an announcement tonight. I am going to be starting a new series, but it's going to be haphazard. Don't know how often I'm going to do it. It's going to be kind of like how Big Al occasionally does his watch parties and whatnot on Fridays, like once a month or once every
afternoons
week
with Al or something like that.
I'm thinking about doing some like Saturday late mornings, early afternoons. I might be starting to watch like an episode of a TV show, maybe Smallville.
Three's Company. No, I don't know. I just threw that.
Well, that would only be a half hour, but
yeah.
But like revisiting some of those series like Smallville. I want to get back to doing my fixing the DC universe, and it'll just be I'll put it up on Cosme. Anyone that wants to come by and watch it with me can. I'll kind of comment as we're going through the episodes, what I think of it, if I think the story is so integral to the development of Clark Kent's character that it needs to be maintained in my, theoretic fixing of the DC universe, or if this is just a terrible episode. This never should even happen. Let's forget this whenever it happened, So it'll be occasionally. It won't be like every Saturday at a specific time. As long as you're following me, you got those notification bells going, you'll see when I go live. So just going to share that with you. And that's all I'm going to talk about for this week.
All right, and good night to Dee Dee Myers, and
Take care,
also
Dee Dee
Curtis Selby, who has to call tonight because he's also got a busy schedule too. I know. So
absolutely.
All right. Nate says on Tubi there's a very bad shark movie called Shark Side of the Moon. It's Larry's.
Yes, I've heard of it.
I believe Al might have reviewed that as well. So for 10-word review. So look that up. All right, Netter.
Well, got a couple things going on. This Thursday, Troy and I will be special guests on Maria with Tea and Telly with we just discovered that one of her guests that's going to be on there, who's a magician, is somebody we have known for years and didn't make the connection when she said her magician friend Ron. And I'm like, wait a minute, we know this guy.
Yep.
So we will be on Maria with Tea and Telly. That will be 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific, if you really want to be specific about that. And then, of course, my regular 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern on Thursday Things, my special guest would be Andy Masterson. And I forget, what's his channel name called, sweetie?
The Laboratory of Mayhem.
Yes. And then Saturday...
Yep.
What's Saturday? I forget. Dead Heat.
Yep, Dead Heat from 1988, as I alluded to earlier. Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo.
Yes, it's actually a really fun movie. So it's like, I mean, those of you who remember Joe Piscopo from back in the day,
yep,
he's hilarious.
Yep.
So I think you'll really like the film, so make sure you come and join us for that. And then, of course, co-host on Last Call, and I'll be back here again next week for another episode of Twin Peaks on Sparkwood and 21. I'm starting to get places.
Yeah.
And that's what I've got going on so far.
Yep.
All right. Boomer.
Now that you can catch me on Friday night with Troy for the free-for-all on Last Call with Troy Pacelli, and Sunday we'll be on with Geeky Geezers. We got some interesting topics to talk about, like the fact that Seinfeld thinks movies are over, which I thought was interesting. But and I'm sure some other nonsense. I have to find an article about Disney's cable plans, too. I'm waiting for a proper article to pop up.
Yeah,
Disney.
and apparently there's this XTV thing that Elon Musk is cooking up.
Yeah.
So who knows?
One thing I like about Musk, he's got big ideas. He's got big ideas. That's where it all starts.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that gets us on over to me. Let's see. Tomorrow night, assuming all goes well this week, I will be joining Jedi Bill for a watch party of episodes 2 and 3 of Fallout. I do have to get a video up for my Read What You Own challenge series. I'm a little late with that, I know. I'd planned to do it yesterday. Didn't work out. But there is a video upcoming. I also have a review upcoming for Rebel Moon Part 2. Let's see. That gets us on over to Thursday. I am going to be joining Jedi Bill once again for Action Theater, and we are going to be watching The Equalizer. That's going to be at 4:30 Eastern. And then, of course, right after Netter is finished with Thursday Things, join me for the weekend update. You'll find out everything that I'm going to be up to for next weekend. And Friday, I'm going to be joining Big Al for a special Friday night Films with Friends at 8 p.m. Soundtracks with Birdman and myself, and we're going to be watching The Barbarians.
The Barbarians? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a John Wayne movie?
No. It's a David and Peter Paul movie.
Okay.
The Barbarian Brothers.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it's may God have mercy on our souls. Okay. Rebel Moon Part 2, half an hour of harvesting wheat. Yes. Wheat, and more wheat. And we will hide behind a wheat. Because we can't have this, we can't have the villains who can bring people back from the dead, but can't seem to grow their own wheat. Yes, that's what we're dealing with in the world of, what the hell? Yeah, Rebel Moon, the Star Wars pitch that was so bad, Kathleen Kennedy said no. That's all you got to know about it.
Great.
Okay. All right, folks, that wraps it up. I'd like to thank everybody who is following along on Rumble, on Twitter, on all of our channels, because we were simulcasting tonight. I want to thank everybody who joined us here live, FKHC 2005, a.k.a. Tim, Curtis Selby, Evelyn Hampton, Connie Cleary, Dee Dee Myers Jr., Big Al Presents, JPRPH1, The View with Drew, Lady V Elements, Nate, and Abasco Scenario. All right. Sucker Punch made more sense. Yes, it did.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. Once more around the horn. Any final words before we go?
Nope. Just thanks again, everyone, for being here. Those of you that jumped in when you saw I went live, because I'm piggybacking on this stream, and like we said at the top of the show, and as Netter's gonna say in just a minute, you guys really are like family. So thanks so much. You make it possible for us to do this, just emotionally speaking. So thank you.
Indeed. Boomer?
Nothing. Just I'm never has a chess game been so terrifying. Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. And thank you, Nate.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Thanks. All right.
Aw.
Netter, your last words.
Well, I just want to say
Well,
that
outro.
I
I should say not last words.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's too dark. Your outro.
Got
Your
final
outro.
words, Netter.
It's like I just want to say, I had a really bad day yesterday, and when I come here and I see you guys, I mean, I can't even explain it. It's just so great to see you guys here. You're so encouraging. Excuse me. And that just makes me feel better. So I love seeing you guys here all the time. We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's fine. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us, and you're dropping those comments and questions, trivia, you're being goofy, whatever it is. And you guys, it doesn't feel like we are separated by miles or continents when Sashi's here. It feels like we're hanging out in the same room. We're passing the popcorn, and we're just, telling jokes and having such a great time. And you guys, you're not just family. You guys aren't just friends. You're our family.
The two are kind of interchangeable.
Yes, you're our family and friends. Friends and family. I look forward to seeing you guys here all the time on all of our streams. You're so encouraging. And, we love you guys. We love seeing you here. We love interacting with you. I love seeing the way you guys interact with each other. So thank you for being here. Thank you for encouraging us, because you can be anywhere and you're here. And that means so much. And I'm not just saying that. Excuse me, my allergies are acting out. I really do appreciate you guys. And I look forward to all these different times that we spend with each other on our different streams. So, again, thank you for being here. And until we see each other again, which you'll see today's Tuesday, so probably Thursday, over either I'll see you on Maria with T and Telly's channel for me, Troy, and our an old friend, Ron Fitzgerald, on Maria with T and Telly. And then after that, over on Thursday Things. I really do look forward to seeing you guys. Good night, and God bless.
Yep.
Right.
And I'm muted. Okay. I would like once again to thank everyone for being here tonight. We will return next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for episode 25 of Twin Peaks. And as I always say, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, because this is how we win.
Was it seduction or illusion? Deception or murder? Nothing is what it seems in a town like Twin Peaks. Starring Kyle MacLachlan, Michael Onke, Laura Flynn Boyle, Sherilyn Fenn, and Joan Chen. And now you can fall back into the mystery, or begin your search for the first time every Tuesday night with a new episode hosted by a panel of superfans. Watch live for the audio commentary. No one is innocent